They were not permitted to even go get lawyers. This was not the right to remain silent. This was an order to remain silent. They couldn't even profess their innocence. The demand to stay silent required that they assume a public role of guilt. The investigators were, among other things, fishing for campaign finance violations, supposedly, which is nothing more than a First Amendment right. Campaign donations are the equivalent of free speech. Numerous courts, including the Supreme Court, have so found. So, for exercising their First Amendment rights, some targets were denied their First Amendment rights. The investigations have been such a long-running farce that there is John Doe and 2. As Scott Walker's first campaign for governor got underway in 2010, the Milwaukee District Attorney, John Chisholm, opened the initial John Doe investigation under a proviso of the law that allows officials to keep their targets secret and to compel them to shut up. John Chisholm, Chisholm, the DA, a partisan Democrat whose wife was a shop steward for a teachers' union, and she was miffed that Scott Walker was elected, and began to implement his reforms of corrupt union activities in Wisconsin. Chisholm's wife literally had a cow, went berserk. So, Chisholm investigated everything possible related to Walker for 2 years, without really laying a glove on him. Everybody knows that's followed this. They tried. They threw the kitchen sink at Walker, and nothing stuck. It was in the run-up to Walker's re-election campaign, you know. The first thing they tried was a recall election, and they fired everything at him then, and they were going after his supporters then. He won the recall election, then he ran for legitimate re-election. That's when they went and got a judge to join this corrupt effort. John Doe entered its next phase of harassment of conservative groups. Investigators swept up personal emails and issued wide-ranging subpoenas, including information on donors. The Wisconsin Clump for Growth describes in court filings how its activities were hindered as people began refusing meetings. Donors got nervous, and one of its key officials, Eric O'Keefe, wasn't allowed to explain the nature of the investigation. They literally were trying to scare and intimidate conservatives, conservative donors, conservative voters, as much as they could. They wanted to frighten them and intimidate them into abject fear and silence. O'Keefe, who has been courageous in resisting the investigations, has said, "The process is the punishment for voting for Walker, the punishment for being Republican. The process, the investigation was the punishment. The offense was backing the wrong side in this political race in Wisconsin." On day